Hanging out here backstage, Brad Garrett's Comedy Club, MGM Grand, Las Vegas.
Hey, where's my drink?
Why do you look so serious? You can have. This is a freshly poured beer. You can have that.
It looks like a sample.
It's
really.
It's well, taste it. See how it comes out. Salty? No.
Delicious.
Asparagus. John DiCrosta, old dear friend of mine. We've known each other. It's got to be 20 plus years. 20 years easily.
I'm thinking.
Fort Lauderdale, Uncle Funny's down
Funny's.
in Davie, Florida.
Yeah.
We were hanging out. I got that old picture that I found.
Yeah.
Of you with the glasses and you had the spiky hair at the time. That
Golden
was
highlights.
Oh my God, that was great.
Yeah.
Good times. Where can people find you online? Social media, everything.
Line, Facebook is John DiCrosta, Twitter John DiCrosta, Instagram, which I post more than a 9-year-old girl, is Johnny D163. I'm having a website built right now because I'm amping up all my voiceover stuff and I'm doing some on-camera stuff. I got a little webisode coming out, and so I'm really I'm upping the media portion of the website. You know, film and voice reels and all that.
You're just now having a website built?
Yeah, no. I had an old one that was so horrible. And so I'm actually having my first big boy website built.
Good for you. So proud of you.
And it's DerekRichards.com.
You're a douche. You're such an ass. Known you a long time, and not really all that long ago was when I found out that you were not only you've been a comedian for a while, but you were also a ventriloquist.
I started.
You started as a ventriloquist.
11 or 12 years old. I was doing children's parties.
And this is hands down one of my top 5 favorite funny stories. And I'm only going to ask you to tell it because you can tell it better, obviously, than I can. But I have shared this story with more people.
It's a great story.
About your story doing ventriloquism at... Go ahead. You know the setup for this.
Well, a lot of comics, they make a lot of extra side money as opening act for musical acts. And I did that for many, many years. Patti LaBelle, Natalie Cole, Weird Al, Chicago, Willie Nelson, Eddie Money. But the very first band I opened, and my stand-up repertoire was not as big. I had more ventriloquism in my act than I did stand-up. And I was booked to open for Foghat.
Slow Ride.
Take
Fool
it
for the
easy.
City.
Fool for the City.
Great tunes.
Yeah, and the guy with the puppet. At a rock bar. Now, this place was like the Blues Brothers type. Do you remember that scene with the chicken wire?
Oh, yeah.
Where people, if they hated you, they just, Well, first of all, I questioned the book. I was young and green, but I knew even then.
How old were you?
I was probably 23.
23 years old.
22.
You had a puppet. You had a puppet, or did you have like multiple puppets?
I had multiple
Jeff
puppets,
Dunham,
but I
or
was
Terry Fader.
I was instructed only bring the one puppet because I was only doing 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
So
what was the puppet?
His name.
I'm making you say this because I know the name of him.
His name is
Chicho.
Chicho.
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Chicho Marino. And last name after Rito Moreno. Anyway, that's total. That's not important. But anyway, so I questioned the booking to begin with. As soon as I got the contract, I was like, why would you put a ventriloquist in front of Foghat? You'll kill. You'll do great. So I go to this rock club, and it was looking so scary. It was like gang jackets and vests and Harley everything, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a nightmare. So I get backstage, and I hit the stage. Hey, everybody! Who's ready for a good show? And it was like, it was no response, not negative or positive. Then I bring out the puppet. And I start doing my routine. I don't remember any of the jokes. I don't even remember the opening. But I do remember within 30 seconds... Can we curse?
Go for it.
Somebody screamed out, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And I said...
Are you sure that wasn't the voice in your head?
I said...
That was out loud?
That would have sounded, "What the fuck are you doing here?" So... I said, I'm making $75 is what I'm doing here. And then I think I literally delivered one joke or maybe one more line, and I heard from another person, you need to leave now. This is so... I'm young, I'm green. I'm like, I think when you're booked for these things, you gotta, if you're booked, if they tell you 20 minutes, you gotta do 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
So I'm at 3 minutes. And I go to about the 5-minute mark, and all of a sudden, a beer bottle came with, not an empty one, a half-full beer bottle came whizzing up on stage.
You know they hate you if they're throwing a
half
beer.
And it's filled. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it came whizzing to the stage and hits Chicho right in the lower jaw. The jaw drops to the ground. And when the jaw dropped out of his... So now he looks like he's got eyes, a nose, and those side mullet things like the Cowardly Lion had. You know what I mean? There was.
It sounds like everybody on Fremont Street here in Las Vegas.
There was complete silence in the room. Everybody's like, I could tell they felt bad for the guy, meaning me, but they also wanted to know what was going to be his next line. So I had no fucking clue, and all of a sudden I just had Chicho look at the audience, and I go, thank you, good night. And I put his little cap on, because the beer bottle knocked his little hat off. So I put his little cap on, and I literally just sauntered off the stage with his legs dangling, so like rejected and just let down. And I'm like...
Anybody from Fawcat say anything to you? No, not at all.
Never even saw them. I was rushed out of the building by the security team.
The fact that Ventriloquist was whisked away by security is hysterical. John DiCrosta here in Las Vegas, routinely also on Carnival cruise ships a lot. There's a few other clubs that you do around the country, but mostly you're on ships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also animation and voiceover, which is fantastic.
Yep.
John DiCrosta, follow him, social media. He's hilarious, good friend of mine. Love this guy. You'll love him too, I promise.
Thanks.
And do not throw a half-empty beer bottle at him.
Finish the beer.
Finish the beer,
Yeah.
and then throw it at him. Make it a can.
Right.
They're lighter.
A can of Schlitz.